Your consciousness is not in your head, and your manifestation abilities don't come from your mind. Your mind is not in your brain. This is the misconception that a lot of people have, and they think it's all about the right and the left hemispheres of the brain and reaching alpha state. And reaching alpha state is only one part of working with your consciousness, of in a way growing spiritually, or of manifesting even, because manifestation, the ability of manifestation, which is actually creation, is privy to people who are more spiritual. More spiritual doesn't mean that you go and you go to all kinds of retreats and you do all kinds of spiritual things perceived by society as spiritual all the time, but it means that you have a moral compass, you have an ethical understanding, and your vibration is high. That means no matter what is around you, you're still able to generate this feeling of happiness, of satisfaction, of appreciation, of gratitude that God has given you life, right? So of course we see everything that is around us, we see the suffering, but it doesn't mean that we need to agree with it. We don't need to ride the same wave. Now, why is the Silva method focusing mostly on the mind and the brain? I think the Silva method is very exact, and Jose Silva made it very precise that his method is about solving problems on Earth and improving the conditions of life on Earth. These are the principles that he's following. But there was a slight misrepresentation of the importance of the mind as compared to heart energy. And this is why the method that I teach, the Healnlearn method, incorporates both. It uses alpha level, or the explanation of accessing this point of consciousness that is physiologically in your brain, and through alpha waves, which are measurable, we actually can access consciousness. But that's only the access point. You cannot create from this point on. You create only with heart energies. So the heart is the creator, right? Your brain is maybe the door, but your heart is the creator. So this is where you have to focus mostly on your heart energy, on things that you genuinely want with your heart in order to create, in order to manifest. This is why aids for going in alpha, such as brain waves, theta waves, alpha waves, including the usage of hallucinogens, plants that cause altered state of mind, is not recommended. It is recommended only for entry. But then you should learn to use the techniques on your own. So you know how sometimes people with broken legs, that are unable to walk immediately, they need crutches. Otherwise they're not going to be able to walk at all. It's like a door opener. It opens the door and you're able to see that suddenly there's something else out there that you haven't seen. And this is exactly the use of medicinal plants and plants that open up your consciousness, and of brainwave stimulators such as alpha and theta wave music and beats. And I have also used alpha and theta beats in my courses, and this is only to enable people to go in alpha faster. But this is not going to help you do anything in alpha, because this is the work of the heart. So it only opens the doors, but it allows you access, it lets you see, but it doesn't make you manifest, heal, or use the other abilities that you have as a human being while you're in alpha. So yes, you can use crutches, but make sure that you remove them when the time is right. And also, if you stick too long to crutches, you're never going to be able to walk, and you're eventually going to keep the door open to energies that you don't want to enter your energy field. And these energies can be something logically easier to explain, such as mind control from TV, from other sources. So your mind is more susceptible to other things. And you also don't know who has produced these alpha and theta beats and what is recorded as a subliminal message that you cannot hear. So technology that you do not understand fully, that you have not created yourself even, I would rather suggest that you don't use it, because you have no clue what's behind it. Nobody is obliged to write anything in disclaimers when you're listening to these subliminal or alpha and theta beats on YouTube. You don't know if there are subliminal messages behind. And we know that this technology is widespread because you can purchase it. For example, if you buy the CDs of Louise Hay that were back then recorded on tapes, they also had subliminal messages recorded. So beware of subliminal messages. This is one. But even if you're not opening the door to technological means, beware that there could be entities, other energies that enter your sphere of influence, your energy, uninvited. So that's why if you use alpha and theta beat, if you meditate, make sure that you're meditating with a purpose. Actually, Jose Silva specifically states this in the Silva method. Always go in meditation with a specific purpose. What are you going to accomplish during this meditation? You're not just gonna sit there in bliss and waste your time. You're going there to solve a problem. You're going in alpha to solve a problem. So you're not just opening the door and, oh, let's see who's gonna come in. No, you're opening the door to let an invited guest in. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you would be interested in a live Q&A where I explain everything about the Silva method and about the other method that I teach, further energy information development. And also tonight there will be a live call with Alfredo Diaz, Cards of Truth Holistic Coach. So you may ask your questions regarding love, regarding purpose. He'd be ready to answer. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing.